Want to learn how to gain muscle using resistance bands? Got a new set of bands and don't know how to go about it. And you're asking yourself, can I really gain muscle only using resistance bands? Well, this video is for you. Don't go anywhere. This entire video is going to show you how to gain muscle and mass only using bands. Hi, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. In this video, I'm going to give you all the tips you need to gain mass with resistance bands. If you're new to the channel, check out my playlist on band workouts and apply these techniques to what I'm going to tell you today. Now, without further ado, let's get started with the tips that's going to get you getting gains today. Tip number 1, use great form. If you're new to this channel, let me let you know that this channel is all dedicated to using great technique. The reason is using bands was a game changer in my physique. For many years, I used only weights. And with weights, they're a great start, but bands really take you to that next level. Because what happens is, it's gonna force you to use great form. Now, if you're just transitioning from weights and going to resistance bands, it can be a little bit of a challenge for you to match up when it comes to the weights and using resistance bands. So the first thing you shouldn't be thinking is, let me match these weights. What you should be thinking is, how do I do the best form throughout the entire exercise? So great technique is key. You want to make sure that your body is stable during workouts. You want to make sure that you're squeezing those muscles when you're using those bands. I have many videos that points out the exact techniques that you're going to need to do to get mass. So make sure you check those out. Now, the next thing you need to know, make sure that you do every set until failure. What a lot of people make the mistake of is that they try to save reps at the end. They have a number in their head, and that number is thinking like, well, I'm supposed to do 8 to 10, 15 to 20, and when they get to that number, they stop. If you get there and you can still do more, continue going. And when I say until failure, until you possibly cannot do another rep, that is a complete set. It is very important to do that. You really have to activate those muscle fibers for growth. And the way to do that and stimulate those is that you need to make sure that you take advantage of that workout by doing it until failure. The next thing is that you need to make sure that you're consistent. You need to work out at minimum 5 days a week. This is a commitment. This is a life change, okay? Now, if you're just starting out, if it's just 3 to 4 days and you're feeling sore, go ahead and do that until you recover and just get right back on it. Eventually, your goal should be to work out 5 days a week and get those 2 days of rest. 5 days a week is key to making sure that you can build muscle mass. Now, if you want to get in shape and get toned and you're saying that I can't do 5 days a week, resistance bands will definitely help you with that. But if you're here for this video to gain muscle, to gain mass, you need to make sure you're working out 5 days a week and giving it all you got. That is the key to having success in gaining muscle and mass. The next thing that I like to say is embrace the negative. I know what you're wondering. This is a positive channel. That's right. But the negative is good when it comes to resistance bands. When I say the negative, now, whenever you're doing a movement, let's say if it's a chest fly. So when you're coming in and you're squeezing, that is a contraction that you're doing the positive. But when you come back, that's the negative. Embrace the negative. Now, this is not only the movement you should be concerned about, the coming back portion, feeling that, going slow, making sure that you're taking advantage of the positive movement and the negative is the key to making sure that you get those muscles, those gains that you want. If you don't embrace the negative, then you might as well just go to weights there and reach that plateau and not improve. This is all about how to gain mass with resistance bands. The negative is just as important as the positive. So make sure that you embrace the negative. The next thing, nutrition. Nutrition is key. Now, I know that I can do a whole 30-minute video with just talking about nutrition. So instead of having it in this one, I have it in another video. Make sure you check that out right here. I talk all about nutrition. It is so important when you're working out with resistance bands. You want to make sure that you're eating right. You're getting the right amount of protein. You want to make sure you're doing all those things to maximize your results and get that mass you're looking for. So make sure you check out that video. And if you're saying to yourself, I like to have something I can take with me, I have a free meal plan. And all you have to do is click the link below and you'll be able to get that free meal plan. So that way you can focus on the nutrition. But please do not underestimate the nutrition. You cannot out-train a bad diet. Check out that meal plan, check out that video, and apply that to all the techniques that we're talking about today and the workouts. Next tip, drink plenty of water. Plenty of water is the key. Most of your muscles, 70% is made up of water. If you're not drinking enough water, one, you're not getting the nutrition for your cells to move it through to the muscle that needs it for that growth, and you're not maximizing the fullness of your muscles. You need to make sure that you drink a lot of water. Now, you ask yourself, how much water should I drink? That's gonna range depending on your body type. At minimum, I would say 100 ounces, at maximum, a gallon. Now, that doesn't mean drink it all at once. Your body doesn't absorb water that way. It has to be throughout the day. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, that's actually going to be the time you're most dehydrated. You want to make sure that you drink at least 20 ounces of water as soon as you wake up. That's going to give you your energy, that's going to hydrate your body, and that's going to really fuel your workouts there. So make sure you drink enough water. Right before you go to sleep, drink about 20 ounces of water there, because as you're going to sleep, you're going to sweat. Your body is still active, so it's distributing water throughout your body. That's why when you wake up in the morning, your urine is usually very yellow, because you're very dehydrated at that time. You need to really replenish that water. During your workouts, after your workouts, actually all day. If you're disciplined like I am, make sure that you just drink water throughout the day. I don't get any of my calories from liquids. Now, if you're a beginner starting off, go ahead and wean your way off. You can do some soda water there, some coconut water. Don't go too crazy on the coconut water. I told my mom about drinking coconut water and she was just like drinking cases. And I was just like, there's still a lot of sugar in there, even though it hydrates you and it's good, but she went a little bit overboard. So don't do that. So if you're gonna have some, just have a little bit there. It's great for hydration and electrolytes, but you wanna drink mostly water. The next tip, shock your body. And when I say shock your body, you want to change up your workouts. I know it's very comfortable to get into a routine and just do that routine, but you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is so important to gain muscle. You need to make sure that you shock your muscles every single time you're working out. So if you got something that you normally do, let's say if you do splits, where I do chest one day, I do arms one day, move the arms on the next week in the front. Use a chest in the back. Do all these different things to make it so that your body says, whoa, 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 I gotta be prepared. Now it's time to grow, to embrace everything that's changing right now. So make sure that you shock your body. And there's so many ways. Don't just use one set of bands. I have a lot of different variations of bands. I have one by Body Gym that can simulate like a barbell. There's other bands that you can use as assist bands. So use a lot of variety of different bands and different workouts. Change those workouts, change the days, do all that there so your body is not prepared for what's coming, and then it's gonna start to grow because it doesn't know what's gonna be thrown at it. Now, the next one, lift light to get big. A lot of people don't understand that in order to really get mass, you got to lift light to get big. Because when you lift light, you gotta focus on all the details there to really get a workout. When you're doing a bicep curl, when you're lifting light, you're coming up, you're squeezing, you're twisting your wrist, you're making it so that it's a very hard contraction. And you're doing that with every single one. And you're not overcompensating by swinging your body with heavy weights or anything like that. Light is going to teach you how to lift heavy better. Which brings us to our next point. Go big or go home. Yes, you will have to lift big. I thought you just told me that all I had to do was lift light. No, this is so many things you have to do. Lifting light is definitely something there. I put that first because most people don't consider that to get mass. So You will need to lift heavy also. Your heavy days, they should be low repetition. I would say between 5 and 6. And you need to make sure that you use great form. So you're gonna take what you learn from lifting light to lifting heavy. So what you're learning on your light days is, how can I use proper form at high repetition and squeeze everything? And then when you go heavy, now it's time to apply those techniques to the heavy reps. And that way your body is saying, oh crap, there's so much resistance here. I gotta grow to compensate. That's the best thing you wanna remember when it comes to using resistance bands. You definitely wanna go big or go home, but lift light before you get there. Now that I've given you the tools for success, check out my playlist of band workouts. And if you're a beginner and you don't know where to start, I have a full total body workout that you can check out also. And that way you can get kick-started and getting started with your journey using resistance bands. And if you like the video, hit the like button. If you love it, hit the subscribe button. Remember, I'm Disciplined Dave, where I put the technique in your physique. Thank you for watching.